Jimmy Haslam, new owner of the Cleveland Browns. I want you to listen to me very carefully. I know you got billions of dollars, and I'm not even a thousandaire. I know you're a billionaire. I'm not even a thousandaire. But for real, from a Browns community right now, and I think I will stand for every Browns fan out here right now that will attest to this and agree with me. Retain Pat Shurmur. Retain. I'm going to tell you why. Number one, Mike Lombardi should not step foot near this organization. Joe Banner, I'm going to tell you right now, if Joe Banner fires Tom Heckert, who has made this roster from an old bunch of pathetic veterans that couldn't play into a young, talented team right now that can play. The transition he did with this roster is unbelievable in 3 years. Look at his drafts. If you replace that, fire that guy right now, you're going to lose every trust of every Browns fan out there. Trust me when I tell you that. And I know Jimmy Haslam's not stupid. I know you're smart. I don't know about this Joe Banner guy. For some reason, I look at somebody, if I don't like to look something about this guy. You cannot fire Heckert. Heckert is a mainstay right now. This team right now is on the brink of something special. And I know people are sitting there saying, what am I talking about, Pat Shurmur, this and that. What I look for in a team is how they play for their coach. Do they ever quit? And this team plays hard for Pat Shurmur. You can say what you want about his in-game decisions, this and that, but a lot of people say the same type of things about Bill Belichick in his early years in Cleveland. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be Bill Belichick, but I'm telling you right now, as a Browns fan right now, I do not want another fucking rebuilding process. If they even think about rebuilding this team with the most talented players we've had since our brought back into this league. I mean, we got an offense right now, Greg Little, Josh Gordon, Muhammad Naswar, Trent Richardson, Brandon Whedon. We got tight end Ben Watson, Cameron. We got the fucking mean makings on an offense right now and being an elite team. We have a defense right now that is out-physicalizing teams like Pittsburgh. We have a physical team. We have the talent, and I know you can recognize this. I just hope Joe Banner doesn't come fuck it all up. Mike Lombardi should not be anywhere near this Browns organization. Anywhere near this Browns. He said that taking Josh Gordon in the second round of that supplemental draft or whatever it was a fucking reach. He said it was desperation. He disagreed with drafting Trent Richardson and Brandon Whedon, said that we reached them. This guy does not belong to this organization. You look at, evaluate Tom Heckert's drafts right now since he's been here. And he's turned this roster over from, like I said, from a bunch of old players to young youth veterans or young youthful players that are physical and deserve a chance to flourish in this team. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to go through another 3 years of rebuilding process with a new coaching staff. I don't want that. I do not want that. And like we all said about Mangini, he needed one more year. A coaching staff needs 3 years to see what they have. Pat Shurmur was put behind the 8 ball last year with no OTAs. This year, new ownership comes. If you didn't buy the team, which thank God you did because Randy Learn didn't give a shit. If you didn't buy the team right now, I guarantee you next year this team would be unfucking stoppable right now. Since you bought the team right now, the talent is here in place. You need to keep it as so. Make no movements at all until after next year and see what happens. I don't want to see, Heckert cannot leave. If Heckert leaves right now, I'm done. You're going to lose every fucking trust in the Browns fans right now. I'll guarantee you that. Dick Geron is a mainstay. The way that defense plays for that guy and the way the team plays for Pat Shurmur. He may not be the most inspiring guy. I've seen his post-game speeches, this and that. Lord only knows what his pre-game speeches are, but I'm going to tell you something. The team plays for that man. And I sometimes hate Shurmur. I do, I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm telling you right now, the team plays for him. I'm starting to like this guy. He needs one more year to see what he has here. Give him one more year. I don't care. Right now, we need to keep this team together. You cannot get rid of Tom Heckert and his draft genius. You can't, genealogically. You can't. Please tell me you're not thinking about it. Joe Banner, sit tight. Let this organization go one more year the way it is right now. I guarantee you the playoffs right now next year. Guaranteed. So, like I said, Shurmur was behind the 8 ball last year, no OTAs. This year, new ownership comes over here, this and that. Everything's fucking in turmoil, but yet this team has a chance. This team, if you look at this team right now, the Bills, the Giants, and maybe one other game, we should be 8-3 or whatever. We could easily be 8-4 right now, easily. The Eagles game, we should have won. Brandon Whedon was thrown in the fire the first game of the season. Eagles game, the Bengals game, we could have won. The one of the Ravens game, we could have won. The Dallas game, we should have won. The Indianapolis game, we should have won. There are so many games out there we should have won. And anyone out in the NFL will tell you, this Browns team, the record is not indicative of how their team is. So Jimmy Haslam, it's key right now. And I beg of you, because if you get rid of Tom Heckert right now, I'll guarantee you're going to lose the trust of a lot of Browns fans right now. All the good you did by buying this team and coming in here, it will be taking 3 steps back if you get rid of Heckert. And Shurmur, I believe, gets 1 more year. You need to give this coaching staff 1 more year. And if you know what, because like I say, if you change everything, turn everything over right now, we're going to be back down to square one. I know you're not dumb. You're not going to overhaul this roster, because this roster is very young and very formidable right now. So you just have to let the cards play. And I know, Jimmy, I know you're smart. Believe me when I tell you, we're that close. And I know you can recognize that being from the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. Hopefully you take what that great organization is. I don't like the team, but that great organization is. You know what they have? Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin, who's an overrated coach right now, that came into that organization and got a gift. Because anyone can coach that team. But they had 3 coaches in the last 40-some years. 3 coaches in my lifetime. Hopefully you learn from that. The change is not good. 1 more year. And if it doesn't work out, I will admit I was wrong, but I'll guarantee you it will work out. Retain Shurmur, retain Heckert, retain everybody on this roster 1 more year. Haslam, 1 more year. I'm telling you right now, we're that close. That's all I got to say on this issue. And if you're a Browns fan and you want to see just 1 more year out of this, agree with me. Get this to Shurmur, or get this to Haslam. Because I mean, like I say, I'm not saying Shurmur's an awe-inspiring guy, but I'm telling you right now, when I played football, if you play for your coach, he's a good coach. Believe me when I tell you. If your players play hard for that guy. If a player ain't playing hard for you, look at the Eagles. They quit on Reed. They have not quit on Shurmur. They play hard for him. That's a sign of someone. I'm telling you right now, biggest mistake right now would be to get rid of Heckert and Shurmur right now. Believe me when I tell you. Even though I may talk bad about Shurmur sometimes, he needs 1 more year. We're on the cusp. Guaranteed.